Hi everyone, my name is Jules Damschke. I'm from Liberate Learning. Last week I was fortunate enough to attend one of our Learning Leaders Live events. It had a special guest speaker of Charles Jennings, who's one of our principal learning consultants, and the event was moderated by Damien. We had about 20 or so of our client partners there, and it was a really fantastic discussion around L&D shifting the focus away from building the competence of individuals towards building how an organisation builds expertise within teams. Like all good professional learning sessions, there's usually a couple of particular nuggets of gold that you take away from it. And one in particular that I've been reflecting on since last week's session was around the idea of how much as an industry do we actually engage end users in the design and development of a piece of learning. I think it's easy for organisations to fall into the trap of a piece of learning being developed just by L&D or capability team, maybe engaging a couple of subject matter experts and maybe a manager or a team leader to determine what they think should be included in a piece of learning for a particular group within an organisation. Very rarely do I see the actual end users engaged in that process. So the actual people who are in the role, at the coalface, doing the job that the learning relates to, are rarely engaged in the design and development process. And I think as an organisation, we're missing a really important opportunity to hear the voice of the end user and to get really valuable insights from them around what this new piece of learning might actually look like in reality in the flow of work with other competing interests, integrated within the systems they use, what may be some issues that arise with other elements of their day-to-day work that hadn't been considered. So yeah, it just sort of struck me as one of those things that sounds really simple in theory when you say it out loud, that you engage end users when you're designing a product for the end users. Yet I'm not seeing it done sort of systematically and consistently by organisations. Of course, there are situations where it is done, but I'm not really seeing it a lot and consistently. So one of the things that I'm going to do now when I'm working with our client partners is to kind of suggest to them that they engage end users. And I don't just mean high performers. High performers are fantastic, and it's important that we get their insights. But sometimes people that are really high performers have innate qualities that they may struggle to articulate. I think it's important to get a broad cross-section of your end user group. People that have been there for a long time, new starters, people that are performing at different levels within their role, to get a really rich kind of, qualitative feedback from them around what the learning should look like. So that's a bit of a challenge to the L&D community. Next time you're looking to design a piece of learning, I'd encourage you to engage a broad cross-section of end users right throughout the process when you're curating the content, through the instructional design stage, and of course into development. So you can get some really sort of meaningful insights that make your learning targeted and really speaking to the end user in their role in a way that they'll really connect with. So yeah, have a go at that. If you need to chat about it, or if you'd like some support, or if you'd like to talk about what that might look like in practice, please reach out because we would love to help. Thank you.